Hey guys.
Welcome back, everyone.
Yeah, we're back.
Oh shit.
For
I just burned my tongue. Fuck. I just put the entire tongue underneath like the fluid in the spoon. So it just got buried. And then it hurt.
So welcome back, everyone.
Sorry about that, guys.
episode 2 of Chili Talk.
Yeah.
This time we're going to be talking about hypotheticals.
Just like questions that normal people wouldn't think. But we're not normal. So it's questions that we think.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a grab bag kind of episode. We'll go through a couple different kinds of questions.
Chili's hot.
The chili is mega hot. Imagine
Yes.
dipping your entire mouth into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of needs to chill out, so to speak. Fine.
Okay,
Yep.
so basically how we got to this topic. There was
I don't remember.
a battery. And I guess I was... no, you'll see where I get
Explain.
from.
Okay.
So there was this battery, and we have this friend, and he was the one that owned the battery. And I was like, can you please just let me electrocute my nipples with this battery?
Yes, of course.
And then we thought about it, and we're like, if we electrocuted my nipples, would they go hard or would they go soft? And then...
And then it kind of escalated from there.
Yes.
I mean, we talked about how what's more desirable, a really hard nipple or a really soft
Well,
one?
I mean, I think we should first start with the question of, if you electrocute your nipples, would they go hard or soft?
I feel like they would go mega soft, and they would, like, droop to the ground.
I don't think it would be that
But then
intense.
if they still would have, in, like, a most extreme, goofy scenario, they would totally, like...
Yeah, but this
they'd
is
go down.
real life.
Real life
I think they would
scenario,
get hard.
I feel like they would probably get so charred, black. Depending on how hard you electrocuted them, that's sure. You could say that they are hard. But they also don't function anymore.
No, I feel like they would definitely be hard. Just like regular hard nipple. I think that's what they would become.
Because it's like, it is stimulating it.
Yes, it is
I
being
really-
stimulated
I
by
really-
the electricity.
I can see that. Oh, just
I
a
don't
pro
know.
tip for our viewers out there. Don't put icy hot on your nipples, please. That was a poor decision. Then I had to present with hard nipples.
So if icy hot
If
gives you hard nipples,
then
why are we saying that
electricity-
electricity
When you
wouldn't
have a
give you hard
presentation
nipples?
and your just nipples are poking out of your shirt.
Yeah, that was rough. That was never again. Never forget. Okay, so I mean, I guess if we wanted to go the funniest route,
We'd go the elastical nipples.
we go the elastical nipples, and then we expanded on the idea, and we're like, okay, who could be a better superhero? Like, who could save a woman from a mugging better? A man with hard nipples, like hard as diamond nipples, or
Elastigirl
nipples. So it's basically like,
But they have no arms.
and they
That
have
was
no
the
arms.
key.
That was
Yeah.
the key.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Neither
they
one of
have
them has
arms.
any arms.
stupid origin story. They just get electrocuted so hard that their arms get blown off, I guess, and then but their nipples
became either as hard as a diamond,
and possibly
Or-
sharp.
basically just Elastigirl's
'Cause-
power, but only your nipples.
Yeah.
I was thinking that would be more helpful. 'Cause
And
you
like
could swing
to
from buildings.
to elaborate more on like the Elastigirl nipples, it's like imagine being Spider-Man,
yeah,
but like swinging with your nipples.
with your nipples, that would be so
It would
dangerous.
be a little different though, because you'd have to like loop around something, because
Uh-huh.
they're not like sticky.
They
They don't just
You
stick.
could glue the tips,
If you glue the tips, then you get stuck.
and then you just rip it off. So it's like one swing per nipple.
Then you have to reapply.
And then you just reapply midair. And then you're good to go. By the end, I think your nipples would be like ripped off
Yeah, probably.
from gluing them to shit and
I mean,
ripping it off.
I
over
feel
them.
like just swinging from your nipples would probably not be good.
But the nipple tensile strength is high. So we can argue that like
Is it actually?
they won't rip.
Can we talk about men and lactating milk?
Okay,
Can
continue.
okay.
Okay, well, I was watching TikTok because I hate myself. And I
Fair,
unironically use that app
Fair.
way too much now.
Fair.
And there was this man, and his wife was pregante,
Pregante. Yes.
and she was producing so much milk, like so much leftover milk.
Oh, dude, I have a good hypothetical. But keep going.
And she to show how much milk she was producing. He goes into the fridge. He shows this fridge. He shows like the top drawer of the fridge. It's completely full of little breast milk packages, and then he was like, but there's even more. And then he opens the bottom fridge and it's completely full. There's so much breast milk.
She pumping out.
I know, and I'm like, the people in the comments were like, you can donate breast milk, help out people. But I was thinking, if we could just
where your mind goes,
if we could just get in a scenario like that, we could have a bath of breast milk in no time.
Dude, easy game. And then the scenario that I thought we talked about in middle school was the swimming pool.
The swimming pool of breast.
That was not in middle school. Yeah, that was
banned.
literally like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I associated that with middle school for some reason.
Well, I wonder why.
Facts.
But anyways, like,
we
swimming
looked
pool
it
of
up.
breast milk. We definitely did the calculations on this.
An
on how
Olympic
much
swimming
breast milk we
pool.
would need.
A lot of breast milk.
It takes a lot of women.
But I want to produce my own breast milk.
I don't think you can.
I feel like I really could.
I don't think you
I
have
tried hard
the milk
enough.
cavity like in you.
I don't know if that's true. Because I feel like someone told me that if you stimulate your nipple for like 3 weeks straight, you will produce milk.
I mean, that's just for a woman. I don't think it's for a man.
I think I could do it.
You want to try that for?
I don't know.
And how long is that
Do you want to
stimulation?
just constantly stimulate your
Just
nipples for a solid 3
constantly
weeks?
rub your nipples. That's like people would bully you as the nipple guy who just like.
No, but think about
oh,
Mr.
man.
Boris and
Oh,
like his
yeah.
science experiment where he had
It's his
to.
science experiment.
Where did he not tell you? They put him in a room for like a month, and they would just keep the lights on. Oh no, they kept it dark. He was in a dark room for a month.
What the fuck?
He
Why?
was a broke college student, and they paid him. It was like a study
Got it.
to see how humans are like in the dark or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
His friend did it too, but he had to do it in a room with light on the whole time.
Now it's worse.
Yeah, that's what Mr. Boris said. But anyways, it could be like an experiment like that. I would like sell my body if I was be probed by scientists
Ooh.
to get milk.
Okay. Speaking of selling your body, next hypothetical.
Okay.
Something that I've thought about doing. Since we're all like
Men.
relatively attractive people
Oh.
and we're smart
Okay.
and
I
like,
wouldn't go that
we
far.
have decent genes, right? You
I
can.
mean, I have some pretty good genes on, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck you. Not what I meant.
My genes are ribbed.
Like
I'm
biological
skinless.
genes. You can sell
Well,
your
I'm
semen
brown,
to
so I'm
people,
inferior.
so they make babies. But then, if your semen is more desirable, it means that you're like a cooler person.
Okay.
I always thought. First
So
of
where's
all,
the hypothetical in this situation?
Could you do that for a living?
Sell your semen.
Mm-hmm.
How much money do you make per
You make
batch?
like $150 per donation. It's a lot.
See, but how big does...
Dude,
how
I
big
would
is the
totally
donation?
donate my semen.
Yeah. And you have to be like over 18 or something.
I think you just have to be 18. Guys, birthday idea. On my 18th birthday, I donated
gonna
my sperm. And then in
Squeeze
9
it and
months...
freeze it.
Oh, yeah.
What was that? Oh, that was on the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Epic.
That's okay.
Very cool.
So I feel like you could, but also the donation
I don't
centers
think
would
you
be
could.
like
You'd have to go...
no.
Okay, think about this. Baby
After
Bandit.
5 times.
Baby Bandit. Okay?
Baby.
Because I have this genius idea. Because my 12 first kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna... Because I was gonna adopt them at first, right? But then I was enlightened that
Yes, I remember this.
it costs like $5,000 to adopt a baby. It's hella expensive. And they do background checks and everything. And they definitely wouldn't let me do this every month. So I'm just gonna like think about imagine the baby bandit, right? Like
What?
1 month
Kidnapping babies?
kidnapping babies, but it would be great because because
Why?
1 month in January.
Why
Why is kidnapping babies not great?
That's
Because because no one expects someone to
That's
break into the
dope.
newborn baby room in the hospital and take one baby.
no, they do. They lock that shit up.
Okay, well you can do it. Okay.
Okay.
It's
I
been
guess,
done before.
I guess it has been.
But think about it. It's just like 1 month, one baby was stolen, right? And they're like, oh shit, it won't happen again. But then like in a different state, the next month, another baby's stolen. And since I'm doing this once a month,
So you would be the baby.
I would
bandit?
definitely be the baby.
See,
bandit.
but like...
Or you could just
And, like
get
the state,
someone else
imagine
to-
the headlines.
Would different states be able to catch on? I mean, like, I feel like it happens, like, not often, but I feel like it happens
Well, if
often
it happened
enough.
like once a month, and I would be able to choose what days I want the babies to be born.
Well, would it
I
be-
choose good numbers.
Would it be, like, the
69.
same day every month?
I don't think it could be, because like I feel like I would have to go January 1st for January, and then February 2nd. I'd go like that.
Right.
Easy to remember their birthdays.
Right. Well, I feel like the thing is, if you get them all like on the
1,
same
2, 2, 3, 3.
no, if you get them all on like the same day of the month, like always on the like the 3rd of the month.
Oh, gross. If anything, it would be the 2nd.
Well, yeah, okay, so the 2nd of the month. Then I think the different states would start to catch on and be like, okay, so this dude is stealing a baby on the second of each month.
And then they would lock it down. I feel like they states.
Oh, but then they would know. But then I could go to like Canada and pull a pranky on them. But then the Canadian baby will get bullied.
Fuck British Columbia.
Racially
I'ma steal
inferior.
your babies. Wow. That's an idea right there.
It is definitely 100% an idea.
Highly unethical, but like you could do that.
Ethics aren't even real.
Ethics are.
Sometimes you just gotta do things. You know?
Yup.
Yeah.
Like you see a nice kid.
Just gotta take it.
Yeah.
It's yours now.
You know when you just see
You know, I was having a conversation with someone the other day, and it's like how funny, like, you go to like a pool or something, right, with like your 5-year-old kid, and someone's like, oh yeah, what a cute baby. How old is he? And you're like, oh, I don't know, I picked him up last week.
But you would know. Because you go to the newborn baby
Right,
center.
but like, imagine like being able to say that sentence, like, unironically.
I don't
That'd be
know.
creepy
I
as
picked
fuck.
him at the
It
baby
would-
center. What about kidnappers? Real or fake?
Are kidnappers real? Yes.
Have you ever seen a kidnapper, Ben?
Yeah, okay, I saw this tweet.
Oh, dude, I know someone who almost got kidnapped.
Okay, well, that proves my
No,
tweet
okay.
wrong. Because there was this couple on Twitter that were, there was a black man and a woman, and they were both
No,
Trump
black man.
supporters. And she was, they were like, racism doesn't exist because no one's ever been racist to this black man. And then there was a response to this tweet, like, just because, it was the response to this tweet was, I've never been murdered, so murder doesn't exist.
Facts.
Facts, right there.
So that's like the kidnapper scenario. I've never been
We've
kidnapped.
never been kidnapped.
So
It
is
doesn't-
kidnapping even a reality?
Oh, God. Yeah, family friend. Apparently he was at the mall, and he got lost.
Uh-huh.
And this woman, who he didn't know, picked him up and tried to take him out of the mall. And then he like got away, but
That's, wow.
sketchy as fuck.
What's the point of kidnapping someone?
Well, I mean, you just talked about one of them.
Okay, that's my reason for kidnapping.
I don't feel like anyone else would have that reason.
I don't think other people want 12 kids named after the month they're born in,
Yeah, it's kind of a lot.
and then, like, bully them for existing.
Yeah.
So, like,
You hate your children if you name them every day of the month.
Well, that's...
Well, I mean, you hate your children if you name the next one Yeewaw.
Yeah, that's facts.
Siwa's my favorite.
Yuan would be probably like the one that was actually conceived. And
Yeah,
everyone
he was
else,
my firstborn.
everyone else is.
But Mingus is
Max.
also in Benjamin Franklin.
What is it? Benjamin Franklin?
Mingus.
Madison, Thomas Jefferson. His
Yeah.
full name. Anyways, kidnappers. Like, what's the point? What are they? Are they like pedophiles? Do they want to get in the child?
I mean, like, that's probably definitely one option. I mean, I think the other option is, like, actually kind of like your reason. Like, they want to have a kid,
But they can't conceive.
but they
one.
can't conceive. And
Because
obviously,
they're
if they're
just not
kidnapping a
hot
child, they
Well,
can't.
That's kidnapping a child that you don't know. That would be why.
Well, I mean, obviously, if you're kidnapping a child to have a child, you can't really pass a background check to adopt. I feel
Not exactly. Yeah.
Well, if you killed the baby at a young age, the baby won't know that you were kidnapped.
Exactly. Well, I mean,
Theoretically,
eventually they
big
would.
brain.
What if we were all just kidnapped by our parents and we don't know it?
You know,
Mateo, are you
I've
telling
thought
me you
about that.
don't look like your parents?
Well, no, you can choose. Okay, if you're a kidnapper, you choose a baby of your same race.
I guess that is
So
true.
does that mean, hypothetically, every kid could be kidnapped or adopted,
Dude, what if sex
and
is a lie?
no one would know?
I mean,
But that
The
means
pelican theory is real, but you
The
have
pelican
to steal the
theory.
baby. Or how about...
So you shoot a pelican out of the
Wait, I
sky
it
and
back,
take
it
the
back, I
baby?
it back. It's like 85% of the population is fertile. Or
Uh-huh.
sterile.
Sterile, okay.
So
Tiny
the rest
percent.
of the 15% are populating the world. Then the other 85% that want family just have to kidnap the babies.
I mean, that's definitely a thing. But
It's like some Matrix shit.
But like,
I feel like if that society was real, the sterile or the fertile people would just sell the babies.
I mean,
And they would be very expensive.
They would be like the rich. They'd be the top class.
Yeah, it's not how it is.
Not exactly how it is. Selling children for money, just like...
Dude, selling children for money is always the go-to.
Okay, yeah. You could say that.
Yeah, this is a true fact.
Yeah.
What else we got?
More hypotheticals. Well, we came up with something during lunch the other day.
Was I there?
I believe you were. We talked about General Grievous.
Oh, bullshit.
Dude, it definitely is
Bullshit.
facts. Okay, so imagine General Ethan.
Okay.
Let me run this by you.
All right.
I know you're gonna be on my side.
You're
Definitely
definitely
not.
not.
Okay.
But
All right.
it's fine.
When are
So you have
ever
General
on that
Grievous.
side?
And he has his
Never.
4 arms.
Okay.
But each arm has a double bladed lightsaber.
Okay.
Would he cut off his own arms?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
It would be so redundant and stupid.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't
Dude,
have
that's-
any point.
That's 8 lightsaber blades right there.
Yeah,
And he
but-
can spinny spin.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said before, in the first 2 seconds of the battle with Obi-Wan, he lost his 2 hands.
I mean, yeah, but he could be like...
And then he wasn't even lightsaber battling because he just got a stick and started poking him in the wheel thing. Because he can't.
Wasn't it
'cause
the
problem
electro
is,
stick?
The second he loses his lightsabers, he can't use the Force anymore. Or he can't.
I don't think he's a Force
He
user.
can't because he's inorganic.
Mostly.
Well, no, like he just physically cannot. It's like a canon fact.
Oh, really?
He cannot use the Force because he's a robot.
That's whack. Okay.
So if he loses his lightsabers, he can't just pull an Obi-Wan and
Yeet.
bring it back.
Yeah. I honestly think that having the double-bladed lightsabers would be the dumbest thing you could think of for General Grievous.
I mean, yeah.
Well,
but
like,
it
let's
would
think
also
about it.
look super sick because it's like,
I mean, it wouldn't. He already like spins the lightsabers around. I mean,
yeah.
it wouldn't do anything
There's
new.
no reason for that to exist.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it would be cool. And
Well,
then,
everyone shot you down.
everyone did shoot me down. Y'all are haters.
We're not haters.
But then I was just thinking about like lightsaber skills. If General Grievous was immune to the Force, and he just
he's
fought
not.
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader would totally wreck his ass.
No. Dude, 4 arms.
Dude,
moving
4
at one
arms
time?
don't matter.
4 arms is a lot of arms, my guy.
Yeah, but like
Think about headlock.
yeah, but still.
Technically, headlock had 6, but it's fine.
I'm just saying. Because if you're a talented swordsman, it doesn't matter how many arms the other one has. You know what you're doing, especially if you're force sensitive, which Darth Vader definitely is.
Okay, no, I'm saying that like Darth Vader couldn't just crush General Grievous's heart, because he definitely could do that. But if he couldn't,
All right. Okay.
it
So
would be more evenly matched.
So I think we shouldn't talk about him against Darth Vader because I feel like him against Darth Maul would be a much better battle.
Darth Maul would wreck his ass.
Exactly.
Darth Maul
I
is thick as
100% agree.
I think that's probably true, and that means if Darth Maul could beat him, then Vader would be like easy game.
No.
Probably. Vader's supposed to be like top 3
Top 3 what?
Siths.
Well, yeah, but like that includes the Force. We're saying if he doesn't
Yeah.
have the Force.
I don't even care.
that's
I
the
think
thing, because he's got
still
robo
really
legs.
good. Dude, those doesn't matter.
He can't jump around like Yoda.
Yeah, he kind of can, but you don't really need to jump around.
Yoda needs to jump around.
I think you mean like Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, dude, we need to discuss all the reasons we like studied this at length. Why Jar Jar Binks should be a Sith Lord.
Jar Jar Binks is a Sith.
He's a
Lord.
Sith Lord.
Okay.
So
I'm pretty sure he was going to be, and then George Lucas got so much hate from it that he just didn't.
Yeah, exactly. That's the
I think-
canonical fact.
yeah. No, I tell you guys this like every time we talk about Star Wars and Jar Jar Binks. There's a clip of George Lucas like sitting at a meeting table and he's like, "Okay, guys, Jar Jar is the key to this entire movie series. If we get Jar Jar right, everything will fall into place." And then it just
And then everyone
didn't
hated
work.
it.
Rest in peace.
Dude, what if Jar Jar was supposed to be the
The chosen
Darth
one?
Sidious? No, Darth Sidious the whole time.
That would have been hot.
That would have been.
That would have been very interesting.
I would have been hella aroused.
But like, not even that. But just like, okay, spoilers for the new Star Wars movie. But like, what if instead of Palpatine, It was just Jar Jar Binks.
Yes, the far more powerful.
See,
Sith
I feel
Lord.
like everyone would have enjoyed that movie so much more if it was Jar Jar Binks. Speaking of the way Jar Jar Binks
Dude, people would
does.
have burned down buildings if Jar Jar Binks was a Sith Lord.
You
Like,
said big doo-doo this time. That's my favorite Jar Jar Binks.
you saw did big doo doo this time.
Good Jar Jar Binks quote.
Well, yeah. So in Phantom Menace, Jar Jar Binks like wrecked at least 10 droids on accident.
Accident
On
in quotation
accident,
marks.
in quotation marks. I feel like he's like actually really force sensitive, and he just whipped and dabbed on like 10 droids. And meanwhile, his entire like race is getting massacred by the droids. He doesn't really care.
Well, I mean, like, he
I'm
definitely did
hypothetical.
more than just 10 droids. Like, you remember when he opened up the thing and, like, all the energy balls just, like, kind of rolled out
No,
and just fucked
Yeah,
everyone?
he got so many. And then he like has something stuck to his foot, and then he just like tweaks out,
Yeah.
and then he just like murders more people.
Uh-huh.
What's your hypothetical, Ted?
My hypothetical is, what if throughout world history, instead of men just dominating like the way it happens, women did it instead?
Yeah, that wouldn't happen.
But what if it did?
But, like,
that is a actual like philosophical question.
okay.
So what if we
That
lived
has been studied at length.
it has?
Actually, yeah, kind of
Read.
masculinity and femininity and culture, like.
Why did the men even come to the top? Why?
I think.
What happened?
Well, I thought about this, and in my brain, it was just like a flip of a coin. Like we won the coin toss
I mean, I feel like that is true.
from the beginning of time.
Well, actually, no. I disagree.
Well,
I disagree.
okay.
So I
What's
feel
your
like
thinking
the
on it?
reason that the men began dominating in history is purely based on
it's definitely
like
based
testosterone. We have more muscles. We are stronger
No, I think
Biologically.
it's
biologically, and I feel like that
bigger.
definitely had a very important role.
That probably did. I feel like another key factor is the fact that women got pregante.
Oh, that is definitely true.
And then they were like, oh, you have the baby, you take care of baby.
You have the baby, you take care of baby. Well, usually that's a thing, right? But then if you look at what it's like desert hawks or something, and they're a total matriarch system. So the grandma owl, or the grandma hawk, is like the main leader hawk.
Grandma Hawk.
Yeah, dude, we should make a TV show just like Grandma Hawk.
I mean, like, yeah, but we don't come from hawks. We come from apes.
Yeah, that's
and
facts.
apes definitely have the same kind of system. I feel like.
Eating each other.
Well, owls lay eggs.
We do not lay eggs.
What if we did lay eggs? What if we were...
Maybe that's what it is, because the owl lays the egg, and then they don't have to take care of it. Like,
That is
as,
true.
as a mom does, you know?
They have to, because you don't, like, you lay the eggs,
And
and then you can just, like, do whatever the fuck you want.
And
You
then
don't have to,
you
like,
just have to feed the babies.
deal with the baby
Yeah.
in your body for a time.
But the
Yeah.
women and the men, birds, have to feed the babies. It's like a
Right.
mutual thing.
Feed the babies.
Feed the babies.
What about amphibians? No,
Dude, I have no idea. There's some weird ass, like, I think Komodo dragons, the females are bigger. There's lots of species where the females
Yeah.
are bigger and more aggressive.
Or we could just talk about clownfish that just switch their gender when they need to.
That's the
Some
way to do it.
amphibians are can do that. There's a word for it. Ambisexual.
I don't know, that's probably right.
Like
I don't know anything.
like ambidextrous, but you can just switch your sex.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of a whip and dab.
I feel like if humans laid eggs, everything would be different.
I really do agree.
It'd be easier to steal the babies.
Because you would just take an egg.
Yeah.
Dude, egging someone's house should have so much more power.
Oh god. Here, just.
Well,
take
dude, what if you
our
waited-
species' dead fetus all over your house?
Dude, that would be a power move.
Imagine if you woke up. Dude, that would be like a
Like
hate crime.
you wake up, you look outside your window, and
There's
there's just that
feces,
smeared
not
fetus.
feces.
Well, I mean, like, I feel like then we would, like, definitely not eat, like, chicken eggs and stuff.
We would stop eating eggs.
Well, yeah, because it would
Eggs
have a different... Like, we
are
don't eat
weird,
baby
bro.
animals often.
I eat
We
a bit
do.
of
I
animal.
mean,
There's
there's
lamb.
I realize I said that.
But-
like, I feel like,
Generally, you're right.
Yeah.
Because we want them to get thick.
yeah. And so I don't think we would eat eggs because it would be like a whole different thing for us being like, oh,
We produce our own eggs.
We produce.
But they're not fertile eggs. We can eat our own eggs.
Oh God! Oh no!
No, that kind of crosses a line. I don't know how I feel about that. Dude, we were talking about the cannibalism.
Well, okay. What's the difference between swallowing cum and eating your own egg?
You got me.
That I don't have anything to say.
It's kind of fact. Dude, does that mean that if you went on the orange juice fast, that your egg would be orangey?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Oh God.
I don't think what chickens eat change the flavor of their egg.
It kind of does.
Does it actually?
Surprisingly, yes.
Okay, well, I need you
So
to
if you-
sacrifice one of your chickens and only
Yeah.
start feeding it orange juice.
They would die in about 2 seconds.
I don't think that is an accurate fact.
Dude, like half the shit we eat is toxic to chickens. It's like not even an exaggeration. Like
Okay, well then just
spinach, they're gonna die of poison. What was another one? Like orange peels, they're gonna die.
I feel like if
of
they're gonna
poison.
die from orange peels, they're gonna die from orange
That's
juice.
probably fact. It was like
weak.
weak. Oh, I learned something about chickens. I can tell you about the flavor thing in a sec. But their eyes, one eye is a far eye, and one eye is the near eye.
I mean, that'd be pretty cool.
They look fucking stupid because they're like.
Is that where they're
They'll-
in their heads?
Yeah, so they'll like look up into the sky with their far eye, and then they'll look around with the far eye. But then when you walk up to them, they go to their near eye.
That's
And they always look stupid, like switching back and forth. But imagine having that. Stupid.
Well, I mean, like people are making
Also, the
contacts
fact
that can,
since
like,
our
zoom.
eyes are like both forward, that would be hella stupid.
Yeah, chickens' eyes are on the side. Eyes in the side to hide, eyes in the front to hunt.
Yeah.
I remember that from like cowwood or something.
Wow.
Wow.
Anyways, eggs.
Anyway, yeah, so we let our chickens so I own chickens, and we let our chickens go around and eat good mealworms and stuff. And our eggs, first of all, the color of them is bright orange.
Yummy.
Not usually
Nice.
you whip out an egg from the supermarket and it's yellow. So they're very
white. Are eggs supposed to be white, or do we
no,
bleach
it's
our
the
eggs?
white, and then
Bleach the
the
eggs.
yolk. I'm talking about the yolk.
Oh.
And then the yolk is you bite into it and it's so much more rich. It's twice as much flavor, but it's still eggy flavor. So it's not you taste like worms, you know.
Right.
I don't know how that works.
Well, it's like different foods, have different substances that probably change whatever's going on
Right.
inside of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, altering your body chemistry based on what you eat is just how life works.
And
So-
I mean, an easy way to think about that is if someone doesn't eat food and has a baby, they're not giving enough nutrients to the baby for it to be fully formed.
Mhm.
And so that's probably what most chickens are.
die.
Baby will. Okay, imagine going on fast for 9 months.
Yeah.
Dante.
So that
Your baby would die in a week.
yeah. So that's probably what most chickens are. And then your chickens, because they actually eat a lot of stuff, they use fully formed or fully
evolved.
fully.
I am peak human, peak chicken
Do you
evolution.
remember in kindergarten when we got to play with baby chickens?
Yes.
I do remember that.
Good times.
Yes.
I have.
I remember when we had to say goodbye to our butterfly friends.
My butterfly died.
A lot of half the butterflies died.
Well, it was
I
not.
remember
It was a caterpillar.
Kids
My
cried a
caterpillar
lot.
died.
Oh really?
It was just dead.
Ouch.
Me and my partner's caterpillar was dead, and then I had to share with Miles. But Miles's caterpillar was a champ and survived the whole way through.
It survived the Holocaust.
My caterpillar was weak and died on day 3, and then I had to
remember-
journal that.
Yeah.
Journal entry for day 3.
Died.
Whatever I named my caterpillar, probably Henry, dead.
Dead.
Well, I mean, that's what they get for being oh, you're kindergartners? Yeah, you can take care
It
of
was
something.
second grader.
All right. Whatever.
Still.
Second graders, oh yeah, they can
Yeah.
take care of
Well,
some animal.
how are you supposed to take care of caterpillars? We didn't even do shit.
Exactly.
They kind of live in a can.
Living in can. I remember you feed them sugar water.
Yeah.
And that's it. Imagine. Okay, next hypothetical.
Dude, I talked about this before. I
Living
was
off sugar water, and then I have another one that me and Dex talked about.
I told someone this one time.
Just living
I
off
told
sugar water.
it was in LA,
You would
and
pee
I had my
all the
jar
time.
of honey, And I was like, what if I just lived off of honey?
Yeah.
And then
It would be rough.
he was like, no. And then I was like, bet, I'm gonna do it right now. And then I started eating the honey in front of him in a very erotic manner.
As you do.
Yeah. And the other people across the room were like judging me. And they just see me eating the honey and they don't know why I'm doing this.
Was it Flan's honey?
Yes.
It's good.
It's good honey. But then I didn't come through because I got hungry.
Yeah. I feel like...
But I'll do it.
You could function
if
because
paid me $10.
There's just carbs.
It's just sugar.
It's just sugar.
It's just straight sugar.
Which you could do. You could do honey and water.
Oh, easy game.
Probably...
I'll lose some weight.
Yeah, you would kind of be fucked up. Like,
Dude,
your body would not enjoy
Today,
that.
we're starting the honey diet.
Like, if you want to do anything other than just, like, sleep, then that's probably not the
you
move.
could survive on honey, I bet, for
I'll be fine.
6 months.
Bet.
And then, like, the iron deficiency would get
My teachers won't be worried when I'm, like, fumbling around in school.
It's fine. Or you can't, like, speak or think or do anything.
I'll just be dying and they'll be like, what's wrong with you? And I'll be like, I'm on the honey diet.
I'm on the honey diet.
Because
Honey.
I can.
Okay, so what if all the blood in your body, next hypothetical, turned into a substance? How long could you survive and which substance would be the best?
Ranch.
We can start with... You don't want viscous. You don't
I
want...
don't know what viscous is, so
Like
you can't tell me
thick.
that I don't want
You don't
it.
want thick fluids in you. So I was
Why
gonna
are
say
you a
honey,
big word man? You and your super big words.
Yes.
You couldn't just say thick, you have to say
Thick.
viscous.
Like, honey. You would die pretty quick if all the blood in your body turned into honey.
Well, what if you feel like you would die? Well, okay.
Like, how quickly?
Why does it matter?
And
Because
then...
the second you replace any blood with your body with something else, you're just gonna die.
The issue is oxygen. But I feel like
So
if
I choose
honey,
water.
you just freeze.
Well, if I did water, there's oxygen in that, right? So would I be fine?
Water would be your best bet because your blood is already mostly water, right? But then what about Coke? You would die pretty quick, and it's carbonated, so it would hurt.
Oh, that would...
That would be extremely painful everywhere in the body.
Okay.
And then we talked about, like, hot stuff, like tomato soup. Ranch would be really bad. Dude, that's like your entire bloodstream is like a milk product.
Goat milk.
That's not... Oh, God. Goat milk would be...
Hot as
better.
fuck.
You also have to think if your heart
Imagine
could
if you
pump
came goat milk.
Hypothetical.
Hypothetical.
Okay,
What
How
if you
many-
came goat milk?
That'd be hot. I'd
the
swallow
sperm-
every time.
Sperm in the goat milk?
What?
Sperm in the goat milk?
I guess.
Or just goat milk in general?
That takes
I think it
dick
would just-
cheese to a whole nother level.
Okay. Well, I think it's time we bring in our special guest.
Is
What
it
are we going to
time?
talk to them about?
We
figure
really
it
just
out.
kind
I'll
of
throw shit at you.
fumbled around some questions.
And
But
we'll
if you-
just go list the top 10 best questions and
we didn't even say 10 questions.
whatever.
We talked about like
I'll figure it out.
3 separate
It's fine.
topics.
He'll get in here.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
now
Revealing the special guest,
we got Steve.
Stefan. This is the windmill guy from last episode.
Yeah, we just called him on the phone, but
That's
now we
right.
were like, we need him in the flesh this time.
Yes, we do.
Ship me in.
His one line from last episode, I think, is "without a doubt," which is
Without a doubt.
by far the best line from
you.
last episode.
Yes.
Okay, Steve, so we just talked about a bunch of hypotheticals, and I just want your hot take on some. So, I guess we'll go with the first one, which I guess isn't really a hypothetical, but if you were a kidnapper, what would be your motive?
Why would you kidnap a child?
Maybe think about your best reason for kidnapping someone.
Would it have to be a child?
Yes.
Okay.
10 or under.
Yes.
Huh. I'd probably go for money, I think. I would kidnap somebody.
I would go
All right.
for
Some-
$10 million.
You gotta think about who you're gonna
If
kidnap.
you were guaranteed $10 million, would you do it?
Oh, hell yeah.
Whoa.
Lowest price for you to go kidnap a child right now.
Probably like
$1.
10,000. Like,
10,
honestly.
10K.
Hella
Like,
broke.
not even
I
kidding.
kidnap them, get my money, give them the kid back, maybe like 2K with him, and then just like...
We're talking about
take
like
it back.
sex trafficking and shit.
That is not sex trafficking.
I
That is
didn't
just
mention
human
sex.
trafficking.
I mean, that is just human trafficking. Yeah.
Which isn't much
Exchanging
better.
humans for money.
But
Yeah, I mean, at least your price is better than like people in the Philippines. They'll kidnap someone for like $50.
Oh, dude, why gotta attack the Philippines like that?
I'm sorry, Philippines. You just
See, it seems like every episode we're just gonna attack some random place. Like last time it was Florida.
Fuck
Florida. Fuck you.
Literally fuck
Yeah.
Florida. If you live in Florida, I hate you.
Kill yourself.
Okay,
We
that's
talked about
far.
the wet.
Don't kill yourself. Love yourself. But
Love
know
yourself.
that I hate you.
But
'cause
know
you're
that
from
we hate
Florida.
You can love yourself, but we won't.
Yeah. Us in the dry motherlands look down on you.
Yeah. But it's
Okay.
also like if you live in like, well, I'm thinking of a nice, moist place. If you live in the deep south,
The deep
you,
south?
you got
Like-
issues.
Yes.
That's probably true.
I thought you were going to say you're fine.
Okay, we can have a new hypothetical for Steve.
Okay.
Imagine, what do you think if the roles were reversed and Africa was Europe, do you think black people would enslave white people?
Well, I think the
Yeah.
motive was for just, I guess, getting the profit, and then the fact that Africa had a bunch of resources and there were so many other resources that they needed the.
That's kind of how it started, I think.
Well,
they were
if you
looking
think
at the
about that,
goals.
Let's
and
think
they're
about like
oh, shit, we can
early
get
African
people.
tribes because we're all so
We're-
knowledgeable of early African tribes.
Well,
Do you
think
think
about
their
world
culture
history.
would like support slavery, or like of the of the opposite race?
All right, so you talk first because I have something to say afterwards.
Well, I think, and I may be wrong, they would capture people of even their own race and sell them.
Yeah,
if they're
that's what
criminals
I
of
remember
war.
they did
Yes.
that.
So-
Yes. Thank
I
you,
don't think they would
mainland world
care.
history.
Thank you.
So what I'm trying to say is that if it's somebody who is not only an enemy, as in a prisoner of war, but also looks different, and then they have that
What
sort
if
of
they
bias.
became an ally? Because the thing with Europe is that they didn't attack each other and then like use prisoners of war as
Right.
slaves.
Exactly.
That's, yeah.
So I feel like if like let's say Africa, let's just make Africa just one country, because fuck the countries in Africa.
Okay. When we tried to call Africa last night, it was like, area code for Bosnia, 696-6969. And then it was sad. That number doesn't exist, by the way. Don't call it. Don't try it.
Don't try it.
Don't try it.
Anyways.
The weird thing about imagining white people in Africa, though, is
Why?
that they would be sunburnt all the time. They wouldn't be
That is
white.
true.
They would be
Imagine
red.
if the Africans brought. Well, wouldn't they just become black eventually?
Eventually.
I mean, yeah, that's how it works. That's how.
After,
But that would take a while.
What if
Okay,
the
so what I
whole
have to
world
say
was
is that
black?
like the slaves that like Africa had of its own race weren't like how we think of slaves because they use them as like not quite slaves, more as like
Indentured servant.
indentured servants,
Where they,
but
like,
like even
mopped
like
the floors.
not even like that bad, like because they could buy their freedom and stuff. It's like they were treated as people.
Yeah.
They just had jobs to do.
It just kind of.
So I feel like since that was already like established in
it
like
would be
in there, that they wouldn't enslave like Europeans the way that we would think they would.
So what made the Europeans just enslave the blacks?
Money.
Yeah, because
And the
I
way
guess
the
that's
world
just
was
how they
set up.
thought that, because they were from Europe and they had the whole monarchy set.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is a different vibe.
And they were
Yeah,
like,
that's
all right,
interesting.
well, we're superior and we need money.
And they had the Western Hemisphere. If you start to go into that, they're like, oh, we need a lot of crops.
exactly.
And
They're like, we need crops and we don't want to work. Who can work?
Yes.
These people can work.
And
Why did they
maybe
just, I was gonna
they
think
thought they thought black people were strong and like
Well,
muscular.
they definitely
and
had
big.
more of like,
And they have the the build.
especially
So-
since they were like working a lot.
Facts. So I think if the roles were reversed, black people might not be as inclined to do it the other way around
Because-
some Europeans are skimpy looking asses.
Well, I mean, like, that's because they didn't have to work. Like, once they got to the
Yeah.
point where they were enslaving people,
Yeah.
it's like they had food, they had, like, economy and stuff. They
They had a
didn't have to
comfortable
work
life.
for their stuff.
They were fun. They weren't as profit hungry. 'Cause
Right.
They didn't care as much as like having their monarchy. They weren't like Europe, like the powers like Spain, England, and
Yeah.
France all trying to beat each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good hypothetical question. We moved away from
But we're gonna
the
go back to
genitals.
shit.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Steve,
Alright.
what are your thoughts on your ability to produce breast milk?
My ability to lactate. I think from what I've heard,
You should write a book. My ability to
My ability to
lactate. It's
lactate.
just Stefan with like his cupping his like moves
That's nice.
on the front cover. I would read that entire book.
without a
Yeah.
doubt.
All right, continue.
Okay. From what I've heard, men can lactate, right?
See, I told you.
What the
I'm not
frick?
the only
I've
person.
never heard of that.
Men
That's
can totally lactate.
stupid.
But it takes some like preparation, right? It takes like a little bit of continuous stimulus of the
Oh my
nipples
God.
I'm
until-
so glad Steve and I are both researching how we can
why?
lactate.
Why would you research that?
Because sometimes you just want to. Do you not want to like try your own breast milk? I feel like
Okay, I wouldn't go that far.
I totally would.
Well, if you try your own cum, then it's kind of like
The same thing.
the same thing, if not.
But like it's better because it's milk and not nasty.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I feel like we, first off, because we can't have a poll of how many of us have tried our own breast milk, because none of us have breast milk. How many of us have tried our own cum?
Never leaks a bed.
Alright, so that's one.
God damn it, dude! Why do you gotta expose me like that? Y'all are weird. I don't know why you wouldn't.
Because it's gross.
If you expect the grill or the man's,
Well, I don't expect the grill or the man's.
okay, well
I'm-
then maybe Mateo's the exception.
I'm not the one. I don't.
But
I don't.
That
see
was
the
my thought.
enjoyment of coming in someone's mouth.
I was. Oh really? Oh okay. Oh.
Well, I mean, like, my take on it is that, like, if someone wants to taste my cum, like, that's on them.
That's on them.
That's their choice.
Yeah, if they told me they want it,
You'd be all down.
But, like,
I guess they can do what they want.
and,
I
like,
mean, I'm not
tasting
getting
someone
off to
else's
it.
would be, like,
If they
a
get
whole
off to
different
it,
thing.
it's fine.
But, like, tasting my own cum just seems a little weird.
But like,
I don't do it every
tasting your
time.
own milk. You don't do it every time. Tasting your own milk is different because it's milk.
Okay.
That's normally
So-
how it goes.
So, you know, in the previous episode, when we asked how often you windmill your dick,
Uh huh.
How often
we got a
do
pretty
you-
surprising answer.
It was like once a week.
Yeah.
Have you windmilled
So how?
sex?
I don't. No, I have not windmilled since that episode. By the way,
I have
it has
a
been
feeling.
a
Alright.
full and complete
2 weeks.
2 weeks, and I have not windmilled.
Okay, well then I guess I have to ask the other question of how often do you taste your own cum?
That one's. I do that one less
Okay.
now that my action has ceased. You know, because it was sort of just like a quality control thing.
Exactly.
I'm like, let's see what it's like.
Just to make sure.
Okay, it's still really bad. Epic. You know?
That's why you gotta go on the orange juice diet.
That's why the orange juice diet needs to be a thing.
Be a fruity gusher.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Okay. Nipples.
Okay.
Let's move on to the real topic
I think of
of this
everything we talked
episode.
about.
Nipples. We talking about nipples.
Well, I'm just gonna-
What was our first thing?
That was definitely the first thing was nipples.
Yeah.
Because then I went to breast milk and Steve.
Okay.
I'm
Imagine just
second.
having diamond hard knife nipples, and you could like slice anyone you wanted.
But you got no arms.
Yeah.
No arms.
No arms.
Okay.
And you could. I think that one would be really
So
neat.
it's basically, do you want Spider-Man nipples or diamond hard?
Yeah, they'd
So-
also be bulletproof
Okay.
for the hard.
Yeah. So the hard ones
You
are
mean-
like it's just as hard as diamond,
Right.
and the soft
So
ones are like
like
Elastigirl.
Dude, bulletproof
Stretch them.
nipples
Yeah.
is the most useless ability. Because you have to be
Still get shot.
That's
I
why
mean-
you need both, so you can also make them larger.
Oh.
Mm.
What if you just enlarge your?
So I never
bulletproof-
thought about the elastical nipples as making them longer or larger. I always
Yeah.
thought of making them like expand
Long.
straight.
I was thinking like
tentacles.
And
So-
so you control them when they're like expanded.
Yes.
Yes.
You get to swing off houses.
Yeah, that one might be
I like
more
that one.
more viable
Yeah.
because then you can just use them as arms. It's like
Right.
your arms are there.
Yeah, but that'd be
Yeah,
weird.
you just like
Imagine going to the
Right.
grocery store and you're just like wearing like
You get
your
judged.
shirt has just like cut out for the nipple holes and then you just open.
Imagine
the
like a
milk aisle.
T-shirt, but like
No. Okay. All right.
Sleeves
So,
go
but
out
what
the
if
front.
it was both? Like you could control whether it was soft or hard, and like you could expand and then make them hard.
he would be invincible
truly.
because that means
just surround.
he could make. It's kind of like a Green Lantern thing, because then he could make any shape he wanted out of the nipple meat
I don't know if that's true.
and make it rock hard.
I'm sure there's a shape he couldn't make.
Like
Because if he has to like line it out, you know.
line it out.
Yeah, I
but
feel
you
like
said they
it-
can expand like this.
Yeah, but then he could expand too. But like,
I feel like that would only go like in a like perfect circle, like expand.
Okay, so how about we say he can either expand in radius diameter of the nipple or out
I mean, or both.
or both. You could make some shapes with that.
Yeah.
It would just
But-
take a while, but
Right, but like you could like make like a shield, you know?
yeah.
Get it so it's just
And
like
then
straight up and down and bulletproof.
Yeah, and then you can punch people with it.
Yeah.
You can swing.
well, you could do okay. Well, you could have one nipple just be your shield, right? And then you can make the other nipple your sword.
A
And they're
sword.
kind of hard.
Dude, just unlocked the like Minecraft hack.
All right. I think that is pretty great.
That is how possibly we just created the best superhero in the world.
Um,
Like think about I don't know.
Superman.
Deadpool. Okay. I was gonna go with
Alright, Deadpool. Go with Deadpool.
We can then go into Superman. But then like
Well, I mean, Deadpool
Superman
can't
would
die.
roast Nipple Man, if that's what we're calling him. Hard
I think it
soft
should just be
man.
Nip.
Nip. After
Alright, so you want
Rest
to
in
compare him to
peace.
Deadpool.
yeah.
I feel like Deadpool would definitely win.
Deadpool would eat his ass. He would
Because
cut his head
Deadpool
off.
doesn't die.
Yeah. That one wouldn't go over well.
Don't think he'd beat
Superman,
anyone.
same.
Yeah.
I think
Batman, same. Think about, but like, this is why.
Wait, no, I feel like
Superhero
Batman would
episode.
be different.
Batman would wreck Nips. Okay,
No,
Nip.
Yes.
Yes.
Because if Nip's nips are hard as diamond and bulletproof, I feel like he would stand a
Well,
pretty good
Batman
chance against
wouldn't-
Batman.
No, dude, Nip would just be walking downtown and then he'd get clapped.
No, but
by
we're
Batman.
talking like they're both ready to fight.
Even then, I feel like Batman, because it would obviously be dark and in a city.
Obviously be dark.
Obvious.
Who put them there?
Well,
What
I
if it's
mean-
light and
No, that's
at
just
the
how Batman
beach?
fights.
Batman never shows up at the morning.
Yeah.
He's not a morning man.
He's not a morning person.
No.
No, he's not.
So it would be night, right? And then they'd be fighting, and then first, like Batman would just have to like hide. He'd be out, and then he'd be sneaking around. Then Nip doesn't know what the fuck to do, and he can only really protect like his front.
Well, if it's Alaska, then we can go around.
Really, yeah, because
Yeah,
I feel like he can
but
expand
he-
it and then make it go all the way around.
He can just make a
It's a
dome,
full body suit.
around
Well, he
himself.
made a dome,
but then he can't do anything.
yeah, he can't do anything.
Yeah.
But then I feel like Batman.
I still
could
feel like
just
Batman
get
could win.
underneath him.
If
and
Batman
he can't get
can
underneath,
like
Just think
fight
that-
Superman,
Yeah.
he could definitely beat Nick.
He can definitely
Batman
beat
can
Nick.
beat anyone, and that's just
I don't know if
facts.
that's
Well,
if
okay,
that
can we
was
think of a
facts.
superhero who could lose against Nip?
I have a couple. So
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. Hawkeye would get
100%.
roasted. Yeah,
Yeah.
because shield, and then you just slap Hawkeye off a building or something.
Bitch
Just
slap
one
Hawkeye.
big slap
Yeah.
in the face, he's
Yeah,
out.
Hawkeye would die.
Actual
Okay, got
garbage.
it.
I think anyone who's like
The whole.
just a regular human. No, Hulk would punch him into the ground. The Hulk's like.
Did you think the Hulk could break his diamond nipples?
No, I don't think he could break the diamond nipples, but I feel like the Hulk could just
I'm
pick him up
pretty
and
sure.
yeet him against a building. and I
Yeah,
feel like
no,
the trauma
I feel
from
like the
that
Hulk
Smash him
itself.
a couple times.
I feel like the Hulk could break his diamond nipples. I feel like the Hulk.
They're
The Hulk is
bulletproof.
the Hulk is
I
stronger.
feel like he could definitely break a diamond.
The Hulk is stronger
Actually,
than Diamond.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the thing
I-
Dude,
is,
could you imagine if your nipples were as hard as diamond and then like the Hulk like grabbed it and like shattered?
Oh god.
they're hard and
Your
they're
nipple cage.
and they're also elastic. So if it's faced with like a huge amount of just like pressure
They could
or impact,
condense.
then you can condense it with the elastic.
I feel like the Hulk could just like crush you in and then yeah.
No, yeah, couldn't like the Hulk just like pick you up and just toss you
What
against
about
the
Iron
building?
Man?
Wouldn't that just kill you?
Iron Man?
No,
Probably
because it's
not.
bulletproof, but Iron Man has like lasers.
And if you have this,
Well-
you have your own suit.
I don't know. I feel like
nipple
Nip
suit.
withstands more of a chance against Iron Man than
I feel like
Batman.
no.
he
For
definitely
sure.
would. Iron Man is not as good as Batman. Just kind of like facts.
I mean, true, but like here's the thing, right? Because Nip's nipples are like hard as diamond and bulletproof. That's like the only specifications.
Yep. And
But
they
with
can
Iron Man having
elongate.
missiles and lasers, I feel like that
But
wouldn't quite
I
stand
feel
a
like
chance.
if he domed up, he'd be okay.
If he domed up,
he could handle.
I think
I feel like a laser would go through the bulletproof
if Tony
nipples.
Stark orders a missile strike on Nip, then
Then
Nip
they're
would
in
die.
the city.
Oh,
They
okay,
are
okay.
fighting in Gotham
So then-
City. This is the
canon
canon
fact.
site where
Okay.
they're fighting. All the
I wanted to
fighting
make
is
an
Gotham.
entire episode about superheroes, but I don't think we're gonna do that
Well, we
because
still
of
could, if you wanted
stupid
to.
Marvel heroes. So there's a Marvel hero who can just his only power. He can take off his arms and beat people with his arms.
I feel like that's Nip in a
very
nutshell.
That's so Nip could beat that guy.
Yeah.
Easy game. And then there's also Roller Man, who's just a regular human being, but he's on roller skates. And he's a superhero. A canon Marvel hero right there. Not even kidding. He was around in like
What
the
about
50s.
Spider-Man? Dude, Spider-Man is what Nip is inspired by.
Spider-Man is Nip's like predecessor.
Okay, but Spider-Man in what suit?
Just his basic one.
Okay, good.
Um,
Because like Iron Spider, he would wreck.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Iron Spider's like I have political opinions.
Okay,
on
yeah,
Iron
that's fair.
Spider.
Why do you
fair.
have political? Iron Spider is
It looks
sick.
cool, but like I mean. Okay, we
So,
have
like,
to go.
hey, you want
we
Iron
have
Man
to
in
talk
a-
politically here.
Okay,
I already went a little
alright.
politically when we
Okay.
started talking about Batman.
No,
that was
yeah,
a little
that's
too
alright.
far.
That's true.
But like, just put it out there. Batman
Okay.
is number one.
Number
best
one
ever.
OG.
Now
No
I
one
agree.
could
We
ever
should
beat
talk about
Batman.
Spider-Man at some point. But I think we should talk about Squirrel Girl right now.
Squirrel.
Would Squirrel Girl
I've heard about Squirrel Girl.
be able to wreck against?
I don't think
Definitely.
so. I think Nip would beat Squirrel Girl.
No, Squirrel Girl, I think
She
is
can only talk to squirrels
low-key
and
overpowered.
climb, right?
No, Squirrel Girl is apparently insane.
Yeah, dude, Squirrel Girl is...
Like, it is a canon fact
Really?
that Squirrel Girl has defeated Thanos.
Yeah. Squirrel
What
Girl...
the
fuck? You are underestimating Squirrel Girl.
Why?
She would rape...
Where was she in the MCU then?
I don't know.
Just absent,
Yeah.
I guess.
I was trying to think of... Pause. What about, like, Mr. Fantastic? I feel like Mr. Fantastic would not...
I feel like Mr. Fantastic can just go kill himself. He's not a real hero.
Oh god. Mr. Fantastic just got wrecked.
Bold words.
What about the Thing? I feel like
I was thinking about the Thing.
the Thing could.
The Thing is like Hulk,
Like
though.
Hulk. He's literally just a brown Hulk.
Yeah.
So he could
But
probably do
Rocky.
the same. But
Yeah.
Rocky. Yeah, dude. I don't like the Thing. If we're gonna
Yeah.
get political, we already did.
Yeah,
There's no
might
going back.
as well just go full
Yeah.
politics right now.
I like the Thing over the Hulk.
What?
I always did.
I'm gonna kick you out of your own house.
No. I like the Hulk over the Thing. I like the Hulk over the Thing.
I was like,
yeah.
oh.
No.
All
The
right.
Thing's face. I look at it and I just die inside.
Cheeks.
I feel like we aren't having Steve talk enough.
Yeah, sorry, special guest.
No, that's
Steve.
alright.
That's because Steve is shy. He has performance anxiety.
He
Yes.
does.
I'm here to answer questions, so that's okay.
Yeah, I'll answer more questions then.
Okay, we dove into superheroes for a hot minute there.
Steve, what do you think? If you were a woman, what's the hottest instrument? Like, if you saw a musician, what would they be playing that would want you to get them in their pants or in your pants?
Okay, well, since I play instruments,
See, I'd be really careful about what you say because if you say the wrong thing, we probably will be.
Well, I
Yeah,
already
if you
know.
like say bassoon, you're going to be shot.
And you're going to hell immediately afterwards.
Yeah,
I
no
already
one-
know what I'm gonna say because
Alright, what are you
If
gonna
you
say?
say
Mateo
viola,
asked me this yesterday.
And any string instrument,
it's hot.
It's
Other
hot.
than the viola.
What are you gonna say?
I'm gonna say classical guitar, like flamenco style,
Okay.
because that's what I do.
Okay,
So,
I can live with
I
that.
could see you
Well,
playing
guitar's
the
just
guitar
hot.
and then a girl
Guitar-
sucking you off.
What other hot instruments are there though, Steve? Think of this top 5.
definitely saxophone.
Saxophone is
Saxophone's
pretty
fair.
sexy.
I would say bass guitar is awesome.
Bass guitar.
And
So,
also-
Davey 504 gets laid
so
daily.
that's 3.
And
So
I think
classical
Upright
guitar,
bass is pretty great too.
upright bass. That's fair.
Upright
And
bass is
electric
just
bass?
And then I want
Well,
to
it
say
depends what you're playing. If you're playing classical upright bass,
Yeah.
it's kind of not as hot. But if you're playing jazz upright bass, you just
That's
everyone's
hot.
got
That's
it.
hot.
exactly.
Dude, I was at a trombone shorty concert.
Wait, no,
or
he
something.
didn't say
Yeah, I got
the
it.
5th one.
Oh, okay,
He has
so the
one
fifth
more.
one.
The thing with the last one is it's kind of tied between piano and violin.
I would
Not
say
because
piano.
they're like super hot, but just because they're really impressive and you can like really
That's
just.
fair.
I think piano.
Well, I'd
Don't
say
go with
like
piano.
it depends on the skill level. Like
I'd say
low skill
piano.
level, it would be violin, but the higher you get, I think the more it would switch to piano.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A good piano is
No.
It's
good.
incredibly
It's
good.
Yeah.
really good.
All right.
It depends.
I think we should all go through our top 5
My
because
top
Okay.
I
Okay.
I
have
say
on
guitars.
scores.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guitar's definitely.
Guitar's gonna make all of our list. I think.
Yeah.
Guitar is a
Oh,
good
man.
instrument.
I would agree with upright bass. I wouldn't put guitar or the
Electric bass.
Yeah, I wouldn't put electric bass on there. I put flute on my list. I really got seduced by flute.
Okay. Okay.
Flattest kink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I put violin on my list and piano.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I genuinely used to think that trombone was hot, and then it's not.
Brass can be hot, but like it's not like
It's not
sexy.
seduction hot.
Yeah.
It's just like,
All right.
It's like
that's
Okay.
epic hot.
So all right. My top 5. So
That's all you used to
obviously
hear.
guitar
Mhm.
and
loudest
then
instrument in the band.
so
Basically.
guitar, upright bass, violin.
All our lists are gonna be the same.
No, they're not gonna be the
Roughly.
same. Saxophone,
Uh-huh.
and then I would say trombone under the right circumstances.
Oh wow.
Damn.
Oh
Look,
wow.
I'll take that.
Like,
Double
let me explain. Like, regularly, like, in classical music, like, trombone is, like, kinda meh.
It's
Yeah.
kind of garbage.
But,
Well,
like,
you heard the music last
Someone
night,
who
right?
plays trombone in classical music,
Yeah.
it's kind of.
but yes, the
time.
music, right, we heard last night, but also, like, one very specific time from the marching show, from Not Ours.
Is it-
That,
Oh.
yes,
Oh.
we all agree, totally.
Oh, dude, I
that one
remember
trombone.
that show.
So we all just moan.
Yes,
because of
because of that,
Spanish
trombone
theme.
makes my top 5.
It was so hot. But
Yeah.
I feel like you could do that anything. Like you get the right instrument, like
No
the
way.
tenor guy.
Like,
Oh, man.
yes, I agree.
I feel
but
like I'm
that
gonna
one
kick off
specific
with-
thing, like that sound, can only be made by trombone.
What
and
did
it
I
was
say?
hot.
I'm kicking off piano for tenor sax.
Okay.
I just had a
Yeah.
moment.
Alec, he just diddled the air.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So that's why
I don't
trombone
wanna-
makes my top 5.
I don't want to put myself up by putting trombone in the list, but it can be quite.
Well, I put myself up. I play guitar.
That's facts.
And I just
Okay.
put it number 1.
Let's
so.
see. I think
I didn't put
y'all
mine in,
are-
like, top 5,
Y'all
like,
aren't
1, 2,
giving
3, or
piano
5.
enough credit. I think piano's.
I
nice.
love piano players.
Yes.
Me too.
Except for. Sorry, Ridley. Ridley from Super Smash Bros. V.
Piano players impress me the most.
Yes.
Because I'm hella uncoordinated. Same with percussionists.
Yep.
Well, it's like the thing is like.
But
I
you don't
would-
look at a percussionist and say,
Hot.
"Fuck."
Well, not most percussionists.
Not
like,
most
depending on what they play. Like, if it's like maruma or xylophone, then it has a chance.
I don't know if I'd say that.
but-
They impress the hell out of me. Because I could not do what they do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't just look at them and think, fuck.
There's no sexual appeal.
I don't know, like, the piano, if I was going to date a pianist, it'd be to fuck them on the piano.
Dude, yeah.
That would be a mood right there.
That's kind of facts. Okay.
So that's why I wouldn't put piano on my list. Because, like, you just
Yeah.
think of the instrument and then you, like, go to the stereotype person of who plays that instrument. And that's the person you
Yeah,
want to
dude.
fuck.
I hate to say it, but like Grant is the stereotypical
Trombone
trombone
player.
I don't care.
And okay.
No,
Like-
dude, that solo is...
See, we all agree that solo.
That solo was
so
thick.
hot.
Was
I
thick.
totally
But then
remember.
again, the euphonium solo,
It was-
I really liked that.
But, like, you think euphonium player...
There's also
No.
There's also Jacob.
Uh,
I think euphonium player. I think Jacob.
I just think...
Oh, we're
you-
throwing more shade. Let's try and next time we say names, we'll disguise them, and
Well,
then
you should probably disguise
We'll
avoid the shade.
his
We'll
full
link
name.
one.
You
Don't
just-
worry. I'll
Fuck,
I'll blur the last names
yeah.
out.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
or you can just like say Jake,
Just Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake.
Anyways, euphonium, I don't think it's hot. I shitted on the baritone a lot until I played it.
Yeah.
But I do respect the baritone now, but, like, it's not fuckable.
It's not fun.
Anyways, continue.
Okay, so my list. I'm gonna try and make it quick because we're running out of time a
Yeah,
little
we're
bit.
definitely gonna cap. I think
But-
finish your list, and then we're gonna say agree on the top 5 worst, and then we'll just stop.
Okay.
Okay.
Bassoon's gonna be at the top of the list.
Alright.
As soon as you think of a bassoon
I'll run
player.
through quick. Classical guitar.
Okay.
I really like a electric guitar.
That's fair.
That one hurts.
Stand up bass
Okay.
is thicky, and piano.
Dude, strings are hot.
Mhm.
I don't like any of the cellos. Like nice, but I don't know if it would go.
Cello
on my
is
list.
hot.
Cello is
wonderful.
nice.
Cello is
Yes.
mega thick.
And then I don't know. Ethan brought up a good point. I like trombone.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
Respectable.
It's kind of it's
Rapid
like the
fire
raunchy-
top 5 worst. You
Bassoon.
got bassoon. You got viola.
Wait.
Oh,
No,
no, no.
argue with that.
We can't put viola on top 5.
Viola is
Especially
definitely.
because the viola has a little bit of the lower aspect too, and I feel like that
It
the
dips
fact
into
that
cello.
you can play the low strings adds sexiness.
I don't.
Okay.
go both low
so,
and
so
high.
bassoon obviously top worst.
Okay, fine, whatever.
Dude, I don't like double reeded instruments.
I
Like
agree.
bassoon oboe. Ugh.
And
Oh,
like English
oboe.
horn though.
I think.
I do. I
Yeah.
don't know. I feel like you
Yeah.
could.
Okay.
I-
French horn when it sounds bad is
Well,
yeah,
the
well,
worst sound.
that is a very true fact.
You can say that about any instrument.
But mellophones when they sound hot makes.
I mean, like French horns when they sound hot too.
that. Yeah. French
and you
horns
can say
less.
any instrument when it sounds hot is hot.
Yeah.
You can't say that.
But like.
Alright.
I think right now we just have bassoon. I think
Special
we need
factor.
to throw viola in there. I don't know. Not
Into the
necessarily
mix.
number 2. Maybe 5.
Okay.
We should add
Okay.
oboe to the list too.
I don't know.
Oboe's
If
not.
we had oboe, I'd put it up.
It literally sounds like a duck.
Yeah, I don't think you can get a hot sound out of an oboe. You just can't.
When Mr. Haley introduced us to the oboe,
It was
he's
the
like,
duck.
it was the duck. And
Okay,
the
so
cat was the
so
clarinet.
bassoon, oboe, and viola right now we have.
Yes, we need 2 more. Oh God, we're running out of time.
The
The kazoo and the recorder.
No.
oof, dude, recorders are pretty bad.
Yeah.
The amount of times I've heard like from a recorder.
Your words bad, but they're not real
Well,
instruments.
are we?
Oh, throwing shade.
Oh, shade.
Wow.
Sousaphone. Fucking hate.
100%.
Oh,
Sousaphone is on that top 5.
Sousaphone's number 2.
Sousaphone
Yeah.
is number 2. So it's bassoon,
Bassoon,
sousaphone.
sousaphone.
What's number
Blank.
3? Blank.
Oboe, viola.
Oboe, viola. See, viola's on the bottom of the bad list.
That's fine.
That's not that.
I'll accept that.
You'll accept that.
Yeah.
We need one more.
Play
What's
other
number
instruments.
3?
You need to diversify.
Right, that's why I don't have a problem. Let's go.
Number 3.
I still want to say recorder.
Oh, God.
Honestly.
I think I could put recorder on.
I don't think we've talked about percussion enough. What's like a not hot percussion
Well,
thing?
percussion is-
Rack. If you just include rack as an instrument.
But rack is not a instrument.
I play rack.
Percussion is different because percussion, if you're a percussionist, you just play everything.
I mean,
Kinda.
Kind of.
What's the least
I'm
hottest?
glad they didn't put you on Racky.
I think symbols.
You deserve
are-
better. Symbols.
Symbols are not really.
Symbols are not.
They kind of get on my nerves.
Yeah.
Not gonna
Are we
lie.
putting
I prefer a-
Symbols is number 3.
I prefer a
Fine,
bass
so,
drum
okay,
or a
symbols.
snare.
That's number
Yep.
3.
Okay.
Okay, so going down the list, we have oboe.
No, let's
No,
go.
bassoon.
Wait, no, my bad. Bassoon,
sousaphone,
sousaphone,
cymbals,
cymbals,
oboe,
viola. All right.
Not finger cymbals, just cymbals.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, finger cymbals are also
Dude.
pretty bad, but like
I
regular
like,
cymbals.
I like
Yep.
finger
Okay.
cymbals.
Well, thank you guys.
This was Chili Talk episode 2.
Hypotheticals.
Yeah, hypotheticals. I don't know how.
We definitely derailed a lot.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
This
That's
episode
fine.
was
It
just
makes
kind
it
of.
fun.
All right, yeah. Thank
Whatever.
you, Steve.
Thank you for
Of
coming
course.
in,
It was
Steve.
My
Appreciate
pleasure.
it.
My
All
pleasure.
right.
We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Epic.